Welcome back to Tom's Gear Rods again, boys and girls. Good morning. Ooh, today is John Deere L111 automatic. We gave this thing a good servicing a few months ago. He says it's getting hard to crank over. It's hard to believe this thing's got over 1,200 hours on it. That's a lot of hours for such a nice looking John Deere. Nice looking John Deere. This one has got the 20 horsepower Intech Briggs and Stratton V twin 406577 and 4000 series, 40,000 series. Intake and exhaust valves 4 to 6 thousandths. We're going to set them at 4. This is outdoorpowerinfo.com website. All right, we're going to adjust these valves. I'll show you what it's doing. You have to hold the key down to make it crank over. I don't have the emergency brake push there. Parking brake. Blades are disengaged. Well, it's cranking over now. There it goes. Hold the key down. Okay. I don't believe that compression release is being activated because I think the valves are out of adjustment. So we're going to set these valves real quickly. All right, 3/8 socket. I got the front of this thing jacked up a little bit, so that way the oil kind of runs back. It doesn't pour out the head when you take the valve covers off. And of course I got a customer pulling in. I got to where I can't record much anymore. Y'all hang with. We're going to get these valves adjusted. All right. Yeah, we just put this new battery on there and I had it charging. Make sure that was not the issue. So let's see about these valves. Ooh, oil's dripping already. Grab a rag. There's a little bit left in there. Let's see. Yeah, this has got the gaskets. We're going to put the gaskets back on there. I'm not going to use a sealer. Let's grab a couple of gaskets. Gaskets. 690971 is the part number for the gaskets. Okay. Let me grab the engine pulley here. Let me take this deck belt loose. I'm gonna pull them spark plugs out so the engine's easy to spin over. It feels like it's on top dead center now. On the compression stroke. Let's go over here and pull this spark plug out so we can spin the engine. I don't usually put it on top dead center on the compression stroke to check the valves. I do it for video purposes. Let's pop this valve cover off. Got to make sure we take that pulse line loose. Looks like his valve covers are kind of leaky a little bit anyway. Leaky a little bit anyway. All right. Okay, now we can spin the engine over and see exactly where we're at. Grab us a screwdriver. Grab this engine pulley down here. We're at the very top right there. Let's check and see where we're at. 4 thousandths per pound, both of them. And when you get this out, make sure you don't have one stuck to it behind it. Yeah, that's pretty loose. That is pretty loose. So what we'll do is we'll take a Torx. What size Torx is that? Is it a 30? No, it's a little bigger than 30. Let's grab this one here. This is a, well, it's a 45. It ain't gonna be that big. Should be a 35. Torx 35. Round one. Here's a 40. See if it's a 40. Yep, it's a Torx 40. Okay. And what size is that nut? Is that a 9/16? Nope. It's going to be a 13 millimeter because that half ain't going on there very well. It's a little tight. Let's grab a 13 millimeter. Here we go. Break the nut loose. Back that nut off a little bit. And we'll tighten that. Get some good drag. I like to get it to where it would just hang on to it. Quarter driver on there to hold that still. Got a little bit of drag on there, that's good. All right. Ooh, that one is loose. Yeah. Pretty good. I'll take that. All right, now we'll move around here a little bit. Spin the engine over. Let's see, that exhaust valve is open. Exhaust valve is closing. Intake valve is opening, piston's traveling down, traveling back up, exhaust valve closed, and that's top dead center. Now you know if this valve is actuated, you can go ahead and set this one. You don't have to find top dead center. Just for educational purposes. Pretty loose. Pretty loose. And I want to visually look at the push rods. So I'm going to make sure they're not bent or anything. They look good. Everything is intact. All right. Where'd you go again? A little on the tight side, but that's good. That's okay. Break this one loose. Ugh. All right. All right. That's pretty good. A little bit of drag. Let me make it a little bit tighter. Just a little bit. That's good right there. All right. Well, there we go. There we go. I'm going to take these valve covers over to the parts washer and give them a good cleaning. We'll get this valve cover gasket off here, put some fresh ones on there. And this is where it gets its vacuum to operate the fuel pump. The pulse line. All right, y'all hang with. We're going to get these cleaned up, get everything cleaned up, get ready to put some new gaskets on there, put the plugs back in it, and see how it does. All right, got these valve covers all cleaned up. Nice and dry. I got that wiped down. I got the spark plugs back in it. And now we'll put the valve covers back on and see what we got. This valve cover comes over here because it's got the pulse line. Get these started by hand. You know they're not cross-threaded. All right, just make sure they're snug down. You gotta be easy with it because you'll break these bolts very, very easily. Okay, get the pulse line hooked back up. Perfect. Move them over here to this one. Get it locked down nice and clean. On this valve cover, make sure you don't get this valve cover upside down because you won't be able to read the engine numbers. Whew. Okay. Spark plugs are still unplugged. Let's see what we got here. Turn the key over. Perfect. That's a valve adjustment on a 20 horse Briggs & Stratton V-twin Intech with over 1,200 and something hours on it. Okay. Let it circulate a little oil. I'm gonna let it sit here for a little bit, get it off these jack stands. Let it sit here for about a day, make sure it don't start leaking. All right, boys and girls, John Deere L111. Whew. 4,000s. Well, thanks for watching another time video. Y'all take care of each other. Holler if you need me. Eat your vitamins and take your vegetables. And tell somebody you love them. We'll catch y'all on the next one.